Jeff and Mark back here with you. Our coverage of the Wells Fargo Advisors Endless Summer Invitational continues. We've already pushed one name through to the semis, and now it's on to quarterfinal number 2, Mitch McDowell and Kyle Berkshire. An unknown, maybe an X factor, Jeff, coming in here today.
Kyle has been doing this for 2 years. Born in 1996.
I love the hair.
I think that's when Mitch graduated high school.
And it's the youngster, Kyle Berkshire, who is up first to let it fly here at Seacliff Country Club. He got it, but I think that one's going to drift out of bounds off the right side of the grid.
Yeah, I expect Mitch to fill up the grid like he does he's a great golf swing. He's an instructor down there in Phoenix, Arizona. So I expect this first one to be nice and smooth.
Well, we saw in the last round the first ball in set the tone, and Mitch McDowell will find this one in. It looks like it's getting close to that 360 mark.
Yeah, that's a good start. 359 is going to put a little pressure on the kid. And like I said, he's known for leaving it all out there. He does not hold back.
Now let's talk a little bit about swings here with Kyle Berkshire stepping up, right? I mean, he's a little bit of a herky-jerky move, but maybe that's where he generates some of his power.
It is. He uses a ton of legs, and you'll see him really contort his hips. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness.
Down goes Berkshire. Down goes Berkshire.
I don't even know where that went. I was too focused on him being airborne.
Well, now we got to talk about mental state, right? The crowd give him a little bit of ooh to check on him, but the youngster quickly back up onto his feet. By the way, that did not hit the grid.
It looks like he slid into second.
So Mitch McDowell with his second ball of the 6, and he lets that one fly, and it's down the left-hand side, just hanging in.
That was a good swing. Let's see if it's hugging the line. It's going to stay in there, Mark. Oh, my gosh.
Out past 390. Oh, right about that 394, 395 range. So he beats his first ball and sets a new mark for this guy, Kyle Berkshire, to chase down.
Mark, that's a great ball for Mitch. I think that's getting ball speeds over about 205. You heard the results come back to the audience there. They're happy.
394 officially for Mitch McDowell. Now we need Berkshire to stay on his feet. He does, but he still has yet to hit the grid as that one drifts out of bounds way right out in those trees.
Yeah, the crazy part about long drive is you just need one ball. So viewers at home, once they got one in, you're going to see them build on those swings and swing even harder.
Well, and look at this from Mitch McDowell, putting on a clinic in terms of accuracy. His third straight one in the grid, that one out past 380.
Yeah, that just went past the Melissa's Produce sign there at 380. He is looking like a farmer being out there in the field.
Well, here we go. Now a switch on the sides of the tee box, and again it'll be Kyle Berkshire with his fourth ball of this second quarterfinal matchup between he and Mitch McDowell.
Now, Mark, being that Kyle's been missing some of his shots to the right, 2 out of the 3 has missed to the right, I look for a better performance on this side of the tee box. He's got a little bit of a barrier to the right to kind of direct him.
And it looks like he's recovered. If you saw that second ball that he hit, he lost his footing and went down on the tee box and quickly back up onto his feet. And let's see if he can channel some of that power here. This is his fourth.
Well, that's looking out right. You know, speaking of falling, he should have wore black pants today, don't you think?
McDowell, 3 straight in the grid. Shot number 4, and finally, yes, he is human, folks. That one hooked out to the left. That will not find the grid, but still, he set a mark of 394 that this man, Kyle Berkshire, is trying to track down.
And, you know, Mitch McDowell's on a high already because his man, Nate Lashley, just won the Rocket Mortgage PJ Tour event. That's who he instructs, so he's very happy about that already.
Ball number 5 for Kyle Berkshire. He likes it. He's watching it, staring it down, Jeff. Is it going to stay in?
That's one of those looks like he's kissing it goodbye.
Whoa! That is past 420, past 430.
We're talking sea level, folks, and this ball nearly hit the 440-yard marker.
And we should state, remember, this is an uphill grid here at the number 1 hole, a par 5 here at Seacliff Country Club. 439.
Almost all carry, too. That's the crazy part on Kikuyu fairways.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish, and all of a sudden Berkshire is in the lead. How can Mitch McDowell respond?
I just don't know if he can get enough power there, Mark. It's a tough spot to be in. You could see the look on his face.
That one fading out of bounds right of the grid and over in the trees. So McDowell will still have one final shot coming up in a moment. But first, it's the final ball for Kyle Berkshire. And can he best that 439? Let it go, youngster.
I mean, I've never seen someone generate so much speed with their lower half.
The final ball from Kyle Berkshire does go out of bounds left of the grid, and so it's down to this final ball for Mitch McDowell. He hit the grid with his first 3, but none of them long enough or over even 400 yards. Final shot here, and it looks like it's fading to the right, Jeff.
Yeah, it's just a tough spot to be in. When you see a guy put up a 440 on you, and 420 is maybe your max, it's tough to do.
Berkshire responds. Let's go downstairs as Jeff stands by with the 2 competitors.
Mitch, you're a great competitor. We've been doing this a long time together,
Yes.
and you continually impress me. You get to more finals than anyone I know.
This is the first time I've lost to a guy who fell on his butt before. I can tell you that.
I know. I was thinking baseball or golf, coming in hot.
Yeah, it was an amazing event, and thank you for putting it on. 439 was, it's a little out of my range. I'm too old for that, but
Me too.
yeah, that's a deep ball. So good job, Kyle.
Get over here, Kyle. I was about ready to call up the paramedics for you when you fell down there on the tee box.
Yeah, I was just glad I could keep swinging. I thought that might be the end of my career for a second.
I think there were some people there to catch you if you fell down, right?
Oh yeah, thank God. That's why this event's so great. We have a great infrastructure and just a great setup, and we're just so happy to be out here for all you guys. It's a really great cause, and we just love being out for you guys.
One more quick question. What does 439 feel like?
Feels like I got about 15 more yards in me, so I'm gonna try to get that later today.
There you go. There you go. Congratulations, Kyle.
Love the bravado of the youngster Kyle Berkshire as he sets the mark with his 5th shot at 439. That's the longest drive we've seen thus far as we've hit the midway point of the quarterfinals. Coming up, it's quarterfinal number 3 with Glenn Wilson and Ryan Steenberg. We'll have that for you coming up next here on KDOC. Let's go back to Kyle Berkshire for a moment. They don't ask how, they ask how many, and the number is 439, people.